Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for April the 20th through the 26th. And I am recording this on the 20th. I'm sorry for the delay. And thank you for your patience. I am feeling 100% better, but because I had 3 weeks off, I have so much that I'm trying to catch up on. And, of course, I'm overdoing it. So I just couldn't stay up any later than 4 a.m. So I had to decide to record the rest today. So here we are. This is for Scorpio. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Scorpio for April the 20th through the 26th? And I have, this is your, look at this. Okay, hold on, let me just do this. 2 more cards for Scorpio, please. I have, there's your card, Scorpio. 1 more card. There we go. Okay, so I have recorded the astrology readings separate today, and there's some really interesting information in there, so definitely check. And Pluto is going retrograde, and that is your ruling planet. Mars is also in a beautiful relationship to Mars. Your other co-ruling planet is your traditional ruling planet. Mars is actually in a beautiful harmonious relationship with its archetype lover Venus. So this is a very interesting time for you, Scorpio. These are clarifying cards. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Scorpio through these clarifying cards? So I'll put a link down below to the astrological report. Please check it out. Okay, so please clarify there you go. Very interesting. There's definite crossover here, guys, so please check out your sun, moon, and rising. Please clarify there. Oh, darling, you are getting tons and tons of cards. And please clarify that for you, Libra, is the 7 of Swords. Okay. Scorpio, the first card out for you is the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups means missed opportunities, because you may be focusing on something that's not worked out, that isn't working out, that you're kind of, Pluto is about obsession, right? So it's almost like you're obsessed with it, and you're so in that obsession of what's not working, what hasn't worked out. It could be anything. It could be you're obsessing about a relationship, or, being hurt by someone, or you're obsessing about losing a job, or obsessing about being stuck in the house, or obsessing about all the work whatever it is that you are obsessing about. It is taking you out of the moment, and you are missing. There's a gift here. And so you are not looking at this situation as a gift, and it is a gift. And it can, let me go on first let me go on to your clarifying cards with this 4 of Cups. You have the Page of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords came up first as the qualifying card, and this means you need to move on. It's almost like you've got a fear of moving on from this situation. So it could actually be a job or a client you've lost, or it could be your source of income. It may not come back. You may have been furloughed and you don't know if you're coming back. You may not go back. This is about moving on from that. It's letting that go. And sometimes we're afraid to let things go, because that's like our life. We're holding on to it like it's a life raft, but it's not. What it's doing is it's making you drown. So this is a time to move on from that. The swords are communication, their thought process, and it is about you. Look, there's greener pastures and there's calmer waters ahead. Get in the boat, let it go. And this Pluto retrograde is all about letting paradigms go, taking our power back, seeing where we lost our power, seeing what behaviors haven't worked for us, seeing people who haven't worked for us, seeing, it's about looking at what is essential in our lives and what we love and what we need, not what we want. We are moving into a time of what we need, and it's not good to kind of hoard groceries or overbuy toilet paper. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous. Take a shower if you run out of toilet paper, whatever. You don't need, look at what you need. And also remember that we have to share it with others. Others' survival sometimes depend on those things. People, hoarding things like, I'm sorry. Okay, so people are hoarding and they're not thinking about the welfare of others, about the welfare and our health workers. Don't resist that urge. Take what you need and start thinking about what you need. Start thinking about how you can change, but be in the moment. And look, you have the Page of Wands, and this is a brilliant opportunity here. So when you move on from what hasn't worked or what you think you want or what you think, is the only way to be, when you really come and look at the situation, you move on from all that, from the past. We have to let the past die. This is Pluto. Pluto is forcing us to change, forcing us to transform. And we have no power not to. So when we surrender to the change, because getting in the boat is surrendering to that change, and when we surrender to that change, we can evolve and we can move forward. Look, the world will never be the same again. Astrologers have been saying this for years. It's life before 2020 and life after 2020. And we're going forward differently. This is an opportunity. You've got this opportunity to really assess what's essential for you, what's important in life, and put your focus there. Don't be in your head about, oh no, the worst case scenario kind of thing. Now, the next card out for you is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is your card. You got this, I think every day last year, every week last year. This is a tendency to overdo things. It's like overcompensate, taking on too much responsibility, not asking for help, and just doing everything. And this is holding you back. It's making you feel, there are two cards clarifying this. You have the Five of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Wands. Now, doing all this, taking on all this responsibility, doing everything and not asking for help, it's really kind of martyrdom. Right? It's like, I'm doing everything, no one's helping me, because you're not asking for help. You need to delegate. You need to drop some of the responsibilities and you need to share them. You need to give them to someone else, or not know your limitations, know what makes you unhappy, and change that. Take your power, empower yourself, because this is making you feel like this. The Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, all alone, can't cope, no one's got your back, you're feeling like no one understands you, no one can see it. And that's very Scorpionic, right? Because Scorpios have a very hard time saying how they feel and what they need. They think that we should know. They can't believe that you don't know that. And then they get angry and, it's like then you hold it in. And that holds you back. So the Ace of Wands it's like an opportunity. When you delegate and you ask for help, this is like a gift. Think about what you need. Think about the essentials and ask for it, and take action to those means, those ends to those means to those ends, I should say. It's really important for you not to take on too much. When you take on too much, you're robbing yourself and your loved ones of quality time and happiness. You know, you're just dragged. You'll never get to where you want to get. You'll always feel out in the cold. So look, that could be, you know, you're taking on extra work if you're working at home because you're afraid, in fear of like losing it and not being able to do anything, and it is probably too much for you. It's like, this is a time of assessment. What is a necessity in my life and what is the most important thing? This is an opportunity. Now, I will say that, and you know, I bet everyone who watches these videos know that I tout and I go on about meditation, but I can't stress how really important it is at this time. And there's a link to a guided meditation that I was urged by my spirit guides to create. So there'll be a link at the end of this video for it. And also a link to the playlist for April, so you can find all the other videos in there. So the Ace of Wands is a new, brilliant, inspirational idea. And the only way you can get this is by delegating this, because you're not going to have time to think, or you're just kind of, thinking like, oh my God, nobody's helping me, nobody understands. And if I don't do this, I'm going to lose this. And move on. It's, move on, because then you're going to get this. You're going to get this brilliant, amazing idea, inspiration. This is a spark that lights a flame, that sets a huge fire ablaze. The potential for this is amazing. So open up your mind. Drop some of the baggage. Drop it. Let it go. The next card out, because you need to let that go, because the next card out is the 10 of Pentacles. Now, it's funny because 10s are endings and beginnings, right? The ending of this, overdoing stuff and trying to do everything and you delegate. And the beginning of a beautiful, happy family with all your needs being met. That's what is most important to us. I mean, really think about it. What are we here for but to cultivate these beautiful, loving relationships? That's where we need to focus. We need to focus on our loved ones. If we have children, our children. If we have grandchildren, our grandchildren. Our friends' children. It takes a village to bring these up. It's like, nurture them. They are our future. Invest in them. Or invest in the family that you have, or your friendships, your adopted family, whatever it is. Invest in your relationships, because that's where the money is, darling. That's where the abundance is. That's where the reason to live is. And look, clarifying, the 10, the 10 of Pentacles is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is, he's like, here I come to save the day. He's like rushing in. He's the champion for justice. He's like, don't do anything nefarious. Don't do, come out of that feeling of, anger, resentment, whatever it is that you're obsessing about, and do things for the higher good of everyone. And that's what I'm getting here. So it really is about focusing on your loved ones, people and relationships that really mean a lot to you. Whether that's, you have a family or not, you do have a chosen family, right? Whatever it is for you, focus on that. Invest in your relationships, in your loved ones. We need each other during this time. We definitely need each other. We can't go on alone. We need. Life is a very sad affair without love, right? Cultivate that. Scorpio, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and press that bell, because that brings the logarithm up on YouTube. It helps get my videos seen more. Also, all the links to everything is below. You can get personal readings or chart interpretations there, and my Patreon page is there, and all the links to the other videos are there. So thank you. I love you all. And I'll see you next week.